So I thought I would document some of the problems that we've had with our truck camper. This is the fan that's in the bathroom. And the reason I took it out is because we were at Poe Patty State Park, and apparently there is a billion gnats at that park. And I can show you in here. Here's where the fan goes. Hi there. And in order to take that fan out, which was covered in gnats, because as you open this up, right, there's nothing to stop the gnats. And if you have this light on right here, without the fan going, the gnats are going to come in, and there's all kinds of little holes for them to get into. So I thought I'd show you that. And now I'm trying to remember which way. I think it was this way. So that should have a key. Yeah, it does. So there's a flat spot right there for the key, which is plastic. And that slides up in there like that. All right, and then there's a screw that secures it in place. Okay, the fan goes like that. All right. Turn it on. Yeah, okay. Yep, pushing air out. Okay. Theoretically, I guess you could turn around and push air in, but I don't think you'd want to. Anyway, in order to get that out, I had to take the screen out, which was covered in gnats. Still a few in there. And by the way, all those gnats that got in, I don't make money off of anything. But this vacuum cleaner, which is 12 volt, was literally packed with gnats. Like, you couldn't see the filter at all. It took me like 5 minutes to brush them all out of there and wash it all down. And then this is just the stuff that I've collected from doing some deep cleaning. Anyway, that vacuum cleaner saved our lives the other night when we were up at Poe Patty, because, well, I'll explain later. Anyway, so this comes up here and goes in those little holes right there, and then it's supposed to twist around, snap into place, and there you go. But you have to take out this handle here first, which is simple. It's just a screw, Phillips, both of them are Phillips. And what's this up here? Oh, it's a hole with something that's sticking in there, and I don't know what it is. Anyway, so we just put this up to there. And I think there's a right and a wrong way, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me get that up in there. Yeah, so it slides right up in there. So you see, you had to take that out in order to get that screen out to clean it. All right, and just put the screw back in. Just a little finger tight, that should do it. There we go. And you can open and close your vent. And so look, if you have it open and you don't have the fan on, you have a light on, see these tiny little holes right here? That's where the gnats got in. So you don't want to have this open and the fan not running with the light on, or else you'll be covered in gnats like we were. Speaking of that, so that wasn't the only place they were getting in. Both that window and that window, I guess from driving, the screens had kind of popped out a little bit, and there was just tiny little gaps. And by the way, these screens are a pain in the rear end to get in or out. So what I did was I finally got both screens closed, turned on this light, all the other lights, and just waited till the gnats came there. But before I did that, I closed the bathroom door and turned the light on, left everything else on, and most of them got in there. I closed the door, right? And then waited a little bit and went in with this, the gnat killer. Sucked them all up. And then I came out here and sat there, and as I'm sitting there getting all the gnats, I thought I got them all, but every once in a while another one would show up. I'm like, what's going on? And that's when I noticed that this right here, there's a gap right here that this had not been fully pushed in. They're all in there now. But had it not been for this, this works. It certainly does. Comes in this handy little pouch right here with some nice attachments. You got this. Fits on there like so. Get in your little tiny spaces. If you need to get even further, this fits in on there like that. Actually, I think this side's better. Yep, it's a little tighter. Anyway, got this as a Christmas present from our son, Joshua. And shout out to Josh, because that's one of the best Christmas presents we ever got. Because it really saved us. There was millions of gnats in here, because Beth had the light on, she was washing dishes, then she left the light on and went outside, and we thought maybe when we walked in the door, they were coming in, which undoubtedly they were a little bit, but not in the numbers that they were just all over that counter back there, all on the bed right there. They're stuck in the screen. We thought maybe they were coming through the screen until we finally figured out the screens weren't closed. But this works. It certainly does. So anyway, that's our story. Now the other things that have gone wrong. This plug no longer works, so we're gonna have that fixed. So I got the 12-volt vacuum cleaner hooked to the back of the TV. We have another 12-volt cigarette lighter. This hose right here, that just snapped off. So we were getting a shower and we noticed the water was just squirting out the side every time we pushed this button. You know, you kind of get wet, turn it off, soap up, then you wash the soap off. Well, water was just squirting out like this. So I'm like, well, what's going on? And as soon as I picked it up, it broke off. Another thing, I have the refrigerator open because our first trip we came back, left the refrigerator closed and came out and there was mold everywhere. So now we leave it open. Make sure it's totally dry. We thought it was dry before, but look. So I was closing it, actually Beth was. She just pushed the handle in and it cracked this, so they have to repair that. So if you got a fridge like this, don't use the handle, close it, push right there. Otherwise you may get it cracked. All right. There were some minor issues, like this door wouldn't shut, so this has to be fixed so that it shuts all the time right away. Just means it'd be tightened up. The other thing that we noticed is that our holding tank, even though it's totally empty, holding tank 1 always shows that it's not. Well, now it is. So this gauge right here just doesn't work very well. I don't know why. Now, gnats got in here. You can see all the dead gnats right there. I've got them all off the screen, but I got to figure out how to get this screen off without breaking it. You see a handle right here? Well, I feel like if I keep pulling on it, it's going to snap. So I'm not sure. I'm going to have to get like maybe something to pry under there to just kind of go around easy and make sure I don't snap it. Some other issues that we've had, and by the way, this is our Northern Lite EX. It's a wet bath. EXLE, that's right, what it is. Weighs just under 2,900 pounds, and so I can carry it on my Super Duty F350. So, see up there the cap's missing? Well, the cap over there flew off as well, driving down the highway. And so that one we got repaired. And I asked the guy, so what's the deal with the caps? And he said, it happens from the factory. They don't know why. And they keep flying off until they glue them back together. Looks like I got a little branch up there. The other thing we're not sure about is it looks like that leg is not straight up and down. So we're going to ask him about that. And you can see all the bugs we got from this last trip I got to clean off. So that's about it. GoPro, stop recording.